Welcome to Singapore. Also the second video of this series. I haven't seen the sun in 18 hours. Time travel wormholes can be brutal. So I didn't film that plane ride because they kind of told me I can't. So yeah, but anyway, we're in Indonesia now. Yeah, and I can film again, so I will.
Go, Kurt, go! Go, Kurt, go!
Oh, go!
Gotta get in front of these things. I hope we run it. Oh no! Because we made it! You like we're here.
This will be what it's like. At least Surabaya has a lot of AC, but once we get to the other part that we're going, it'll be kind of like this. So we have to make sure to hydrate really well while we're there. Yeah. One of the first things that might be a little bit of a difference in culture is the driving. So in Indonesia, we don't really stick to lanes. People don't really stick to lanes. And
Yeah, it's big. Just driving across.
right, and we we don't drive as fast as in America. I would say the roads don't really allow for that because the conditions are so like bumpy. Side of the street,
Not the
left
wrong
side
side.
of the car.
Yes.
Not the wrong side. Well, we drive on the right side too. That's the wrong side, but on the left side of the street. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
So did you spend some time in America then, or?
I did. I spent my undergraduate in America.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Where at in America?
I was in Indiana, so not that far from where you guys are.
Sorry.
Indiana.
I thought that was Ohio.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Indiana's not.
Yeah, Indiana. I mean, I definitely was a little bit surprised when I first went to Indiana because that was my first experience of America.
Yep.
And going to America for the first time, my only image of America was like Chicago, New York, and then I went to Indiana, and I was not in Indianapolis. I was in like Huntington, Indiana.
Okay.
So that was a little bit of a surprise for me, coming from a city like Surabaya where everything's so crowded,
Right.
and then going to Indiana. That was it was the first time that I could see like America has a lot of land,
Yes.
so wide and so big.
Have you been on these construction projects in?
Yeah, I'm relatively new to ICA. Actually, this is my going on my third year now. So it's been 2 years. I arrived in 2023 June. So, but since then I've been on. Maybe this is my 4th building trip now. And way acquainted with building or architecture or any of that kind of work. So, but yeah, I think if you know a little bit of architecture, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward and easy. And yeah, we're going to try to do 3 different buildings this time, because one of the buildings we ended up having to cancel. It was going to be 4 buildings, but we ended up now just doing 3 while we're there.
For this trip?
For this trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was one that needed to be, we had to take one apart and put it up somewhere else or something?
Yeah, so thankfully we did the taking apart in advance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now it's just a matter of building it in the new place.
So that's one of the 3 then? that you're
That's
doing?
one of the 3. So originally, the first build that we were gonna do is on an island. We take a ferry in the evening. We arrive there in the morning. We had to finish 2, and then take a ferry back out. And the ferry leaves at like 7. So it was like, arrive in the morning, make sure you finish 2 buildings, and then get on the ferry. But
Okay.
one of the buildings there actually, we do need to pray for is there's a strong Muslim presence there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the legal paperwork, everything as far as on paper is good to go. And then you have the community, and a lot of times the community becomes the roadblock. And the community is full of very influential Muslim people.
Right.
And they're making a big deal that you're building a church in our community. So that's something that actually happened within the past week or so.
Okay.
We were like, everything's green light, let's go, let's do this. And then some people in the community who are very influential, and they happen to be Muslim, they were like, we don't want the church coming in. And they're bringing in all the influential people and trying to give us a problem. And so unfortunately that's where we are. We can't just force it to happen, because we could, but what would end up happening is that church community then has to deal with starting off on the wrong foot with
Absolutely.
the people there. And so we're like, all right, maybe we go there, we can pray for the pastor and the community, and let's ask for a miracle. Maybe something can happen between now and then, but I think that's something that we're praying for.
Yeah, this is not how America works, bro.
Yeah. Right?
It's just etch yourself in there somehow.
This is
We got 2 lanes here. Why is everybody trying
this
to
is
drive in one?
typical Indonesia, and it's not even that bad. This is not considered bad at all. This is considered like very friendly driving.
That's why he told us not to get scooters.
Yeah, if you drive in Jakarta, that's another story. Jakarta's the capital, and people there are not friendly.
Yeah.
They're like this close to bumping into each other, and they're just like, hey, if you don't let me go first, we're both gonna crash. So
Your
it's up to you. Some of the places that we go to, they eat snakes, and so they would offer us, like while we're there, and be like, hey, this is the local cuisine, you should try snake meat.
It's very crowded here in Rantak, and they cannot put like everyone in one like meja right now.
That's
So it
okay.
has to be separated. Really.
That's okay. Yeah. If
If like indoor, we cannot reach 17, but in outdoor we can reach 17, but separate tables.
all right, I think that should be fine. We can figure it out once we get there. But do you mind just checking common grounds? No, let's just stick to Redback. I think Pastor John likes Redback. Let's go to Redback.
Okay.
They don't have to all be in one table. It can be kind of
Yeah,
split up.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Pauline. We'll be there in maybe like. All right. That's that. We're connected to the mall. let's say you have a boss who's Muslim, and he has, you know, a couple different people. Some are Muslim, some are Christian. Then right off the bat, it's kind of like your first impression is going to be like, well, I'm going to favor the people who are part of my religion, you know.
Right.
So there is that plays into it as well.
So they'll like typically make more money and have better jobs.
It kind of depends. I mean, so in Indonesia we have a bunch of different ethnicities that live together, and one of those ethnicities is Chinese Indonesian. And Chinese Indonesians are not like mainland Chinese, because mainland Chinese are like communists, so they don't believe in religion, right? But here, most of the Chinese would choose to be either Christian or Buddhist. So it's rare to see a Chinese Indonesian choose to become a Muslim. But the Chinese Indonesians are some of the wealthiest in the city. And so, you know, there's a little bit of...
They got a little bit of power.
Yeah, they got some power because they're, you know, some of the wealthiest people in the city. So, but when it comes to political things or legal things, the Muslims have a lot more advantage, because with everything you try to do, you need to have not only your legal paperwork done, but you need to have the favor of the community, which tends to typically lean towards the Muslims. So we're almost there. Let's stop Pastor John's car, drive on the corner.
But even when we're out in primitive areas, you don't. Yeah, put it in front of you. I'll take a picture of you.
An hour without, or
Yeah, if you're. We have two contracts. I'm trying to think which one is back. One of them is third. This one is the cheapest one, and then the other one is 2/3. This price. This is the west. The east is.
Every time, so Korea's the same as the U.S.
Oh, is it? Okay, so
yeah,
you're
driving. We're on the right side, you know.
familiar
So,
with that.
yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So Korea's the same, and so every time I go back and forth between Indonesia and Korea,
Yep.
yeah, it takes some time, but it's pretty quick. I think if you're driving for about like 10 minutes, then you're kind of like recalibrate, and you're like, oh yeah.
All right. I don't know how to bring this seat up.
Got
Is it a bar?
It's a little handle. Not that one. It's a little bit higher up. Or
So, but it's kinda
on
like a
your
bar
left
thing?
side.
Is it electronic
Why-
or no?
why is my junk going out?
Oh, not that one. Trying to move the seat forward.
I don't know what my junk is
It'll be
doing.
right in the middle. Yeah, we're good. Can you push me? Yeah. Okay. I think it's good now. Give you a little more leg room too.
This mall has, so this mall is actually 3 different malls that got connected. And so in that sense, the parking is a little bit funky, because it didn't all get built at the same time. It's like one started, and then they were like, hey, let's expand and build one more mall. And then they built it and connected it. And so the parking is somehow connected, but it's like it's not always that well planned out, and so it does feel like a maze sometimes,
Definitely feels like a maze.
right? So right now we're leaving one side of the mall to go to another side without leaving the building. So we came in this way, that way. I know in America it's probably rare to see a church in a mall, but
Yes.
in Indonesia, that's actually protection for the church, because the Muslim presence won't do anything to a church that's in a mall.
Oh,
It's in a public space, you know?
gotcha. But if it's a standalone building, then they could.
Yeah, and so one of the things that people do here when they're building a church is they actually register as a non-profit as opposed to a church.
Okay.
And then within the non-profit, they have a provision to have a space for worship. So they're technically not a church on paper,
Okay.
but they already have the provision legally to gather as a place of worship. And so that's their kind of roundabout way of protecting themselves.
Gotcha.
But if you're in the mall, you're already in a public space. And so I think it was about like 6 years ago or something like that, we had a bombing in Indonesia that targeted some of the major churches, even here in Surabaya.
Oh, wow.
And so what they would do is they hook up bombs onto a motorcycle and they just drive into the parking lot and then try to go into the lobby, and then they just blow up. And this happened. And so if you're in the mall, it's really hard to do that because, you know, we have mall security,
Right.
everyone's watching. It's not really easy to try to do that. And so that's the reason why some churches opt to go into the mall.
Okay.
And if you're in the mall, it's good for business for the mall as well. So they actually like churches coming into the mall.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they're like, you guys have all your congregation after a Sunday service, they're all looking for food, and it's great for business, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So how does that work with like the churches we're building then? Because those aren't in malls.
So those are in,
Just because they're more rural, it's not as big of an issue?
no, they all have their challenges too. We only build once we've surveyed the location and we make sure that they've already garnered the favor of the community.
Oh, okay.
So if you have won the favor of the community, that means that you've already done the groundwork of building relations with the people in the community, including if there's a Muslim presence, then you've already kind of won them over. And
Okay.
so those are the people that we build for.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Yeah, this is nice.
This is super nice.
Let's go back and go to bed.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, 5.
See you at 5.
Yep. This place is insane. There's a spa room. You guys, this place is unreal. Which really isn't helping because I've been awake for the past almost 48 hours now. Yeah, I've been starting to slip into times where I half feel like I'm dreaming. It's craziness. I need to sleep.
Their floors are messed up here.
I don't know. I know.
What?
Because those are like B1,
Don't they know how to count?
The lobby was like on like the 26th floor. Like,
Right,
what
yeah.
But it's L. Well, there's 4 hotels in the one building. I guess.
So interesting.
Like I would hang out in these malls. That's just
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. You would never need to leave here. I could live in that hotel room.
Thank you very much.
I did a ribeye.
We're gonna do all 4 levels.
Decathlon. I wondered if that's the store. Well, there's a, I don't know.
I think it was.
Right here. 3 minutes. Sounds like 3 minute walk. Oh, it's right there. I can get that. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Things like $150.
Go back here in the corner.
I see where this is going.
Hold on, I gotta go better than that. That was just a warm up.
Just a warm up.
Maybe getting better. That was good. That was a good one. You just need a couple rounds, right? Kind of awesome.
How do you? What? Yo.
Right, I saw that. Yeah. Few more rounds. Almost done.
I mean,
I'm nervous because the camera's on me.
you told me. To,
Sorry. I've never gone snorkeling, so I don't know how it works.
We gotta go down, I think, 2 more. See, the security guard, he's been watching me.
Probably. He's on to you now, weirdo.
I think I could take him.
Probably good.
So he pulls out his nightstick.
Right. That's all he's got. Guess that's where we go back in.
Doesn't help me.
Go down one more, I think, right?
What? No, isn't that where we go?
Yeah.
Should be.
That's the
Going
point.
back to the hotel.
No, no.
Oh, we're at the west.
I think we stay at that room when we come back.
Yeah. Good thing you're with me.
We never get a picture with that big cat thing.
Sure, you need to have your Insta 360 or something. Sure.
Back in our hotel room after dinner. Now it's time to get some more sleep.